to TJD Movie Reviews, episode 38. We watched Home Alone.
I'm Ty.
Jake.
And I'm Drew.
Jake, this was your pick, our second of our Christmas theme this month.
Christmas?
Merry Christmas. I had to pick it because it's great. And it's Christmas. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Watching it tonight really, I don't want to
Opened
say
your
shattered
eyes.
my childhood, but it made you kind of... I'm more grounded now. I'm like, yeah, Home Alone. Whereas before it was like, Home Alone, yeah. Now it's Home Alone. Still love it.
It's still a great movie.
It's still a great movie, but
There's some plot problems.
yes.
There's some plot holes here and there. It's not 100% accurate. Not that it needs to be.
No.
But,
No.
Yeah, there were glaring issues that we can discuss. But for anyone that doesn't know, Home Alone's a movie starring Macaulay Culkin and Catherine O'Hara, and that's about it. Well, I guess Joe Pesci and
Daniel Stern.
Daniel Stern. Yeah.
It's like, wait, what?
Oh, yeah, you mean that part of the movie? You mean the best parts of the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened there. But yeah, Macaulay Culkin plays a kid that his family goes to Paris for Christmas and just forgets him at the house. And while he's at the house, trying to live alone and make it till his parents come back, or his family, these two robbers try to break in and steal all their shit. So he needs to, A, not get murdered, and B, try to defend the house. And I don't have a C.
No, you don't.
Nope.
All right.
Is there anything else? Is there more to this movie? There's depth that I don't know about?
Made in 1990, directed by Christopher Columbus.
And written
Not
by
the
John
Sailor.
Hughes. Written by John Hughes.
Not the Sailor?
Not the Sailor.
It's good that you put that in there.
And just so nobody confuses it.
Because this fuck would have been all over that.
Yeah.
And Hughes got the idea for this after Uncle Buck. After he was with Macaulay Culkin for Uncle Buck, he thought of this film.
Uncle Buck's fucking fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
You should see the toast. I can't even get it through the door. You don't even know.
Nope, I don't know.
I'm going to pick it someday.
Like Contact?
Yeah, like
Fuck you.
Contact.
Fuck you.
He's got you there.
I'll show you Contact.
Please don't.
Then show him. He'll show you
Take off your pants.
He'll show you penis contact.
The penis mightier than the sword?
Yeah. I call it Jodie Foster.
Because she's in contact.
Because she's in Contact.
Oh.
You looked really confused.
I was.
Oh.
I was like, Jodie Foster has a penis?
So what do we like about this movie? Or hate?
Oh.
Pro. Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci.
Yeah, I'm not going to dispute it.
I love, like, when I was a kid, I didn't understand who Joe Pesci was, besides that he was in Home Alone. And then you get older, you see, like, My Cousin Vinny, you see Goodfellas, you see Casino, so then you watch this and you're just waiting for him to, like, let out an F-bomb or some derogatory term or something. And,
Crush Macaulay Culkin's head in a vice.
yes.
Yeah.
Which, he did actually harm Macaulay Culkin on set, so...
I wouldn't have it any other way. What did he do?
Oh, there's one scene where he is saying he's going to bite all of his fingers off, and during one of the rehearsal scenes, he actually bit his finger and bit through it and caused a scar on his finger. So,
How crazy would it have been if he just bit Macaulay Culkin? Yeah, Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay foreskin. Macaulay Culkin's finger off. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now he can go around and show people his scar, and he's like, Joe Pesci's with me forever.
Yeah. Joe Pesci almost bit my fucking finger off. That's pretty badass.
Yeah. Joe Pesci also avoided him on set because he wanted him to... He kind of was doing what you call it, method acting, so he was avoiding him to make him seem like a bad guy. So
he wanted to seem scarier.
Mm-hmm.
Like what Jared Leto did when he was the new Joker in that Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah.
He avoided everyone on set, and then he gave them really weird gifts. He didn't, like Will Smith said, he didn't say one word to Leto. So, he was an odd guy.
I haven't seen it, so I can't really say anything.
Dude, it sucks.
He looks like shit.
He's the shittiest part of that film. I'm not gonna say it sucks.
Really? You're not even gonna say Jai Courtney? Is the worst part of that film?
Captain Boomerang?
Man, they are so close. I'm gonna give it to Leto though for the worst part.
Wow.
Followed closely by Jai Courtney.
It's okay.
That's the opposite.
I was
of
gonna say
praise.
That's exactly how I would say is it's okay. Like think of like the 1990s Batman films after Burton. Just like it's a movie.
But Batman and Robin is a piece of dog shit, though.
Yeah. Think like Batman Forever.
Con. Macaulay Culkin's acting?
At points, yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
At points, awful. Just awful.
I think, alright, we give kids a pass
Mm-hmm.
because they're kids and they don't really have acting chops yet. He was, how old, 8?
This kid's
Something
been
like
in
that.
shit, though.
Yeah, he had been in Uncle Buck already. He had.
Here's what I think it was, though. I think they had shots where they should have just done the take again, but he was like, fuck it.
Yep, like
Well-
the scene where he's unrolling the map, the floor plan to his house, and he goes, "This is my house. I have to defend it." In the worst
Yeah.
delivery possible.
It was very over the top.
And see, some of the issue is too, with a child actor, you're only allowed so many hours a day, depending on the age, to work with them.
That's true.
And they couldn't keep going all day trying to get it.
But Chris Columbus should know, though, that like that was not a strong take.
Yeah. Or should have at least gone back.
But
and
how many
watched it.
films had Chris Columbus had under his belt at this point?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I can check that.
Okay.
But I mean, you still think though, like you're putting together this movie, and how long does it take Macaulay Culkin to say this is my house, I have to defend it in a more convincing way, other than the way that was portrayed on screen? I mean, he had a couple other lines too that were kind of but
I'm saying you should call your son. That one was pretty, little rough.
yeah.
Or what was it? Dad, can you come help me with this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, it's not.
But you know, he
He
had.
directed 2 movies:
What were the other two?
Adventures in Babysitting
Okay,
and Heartbreak Hotel.
I don't know that one.
Elvis.
Is
Is that the one?
well, it was in 1988.
So no.
No, not Elvis.
I mean, I don't think so.
It's definitely not.
Well, it's a guy playing Elvis.
Okay.
Oh, that's why it's called Heartbreak Hotel.
We solved a mystery. To us, and no one else.
I'm Fred.
Let's split up, gang.
You're Fred?
Yeah.
I almost said I'm Daphne. But that would imply that you and I are fucking, I guess.
I get to put Daphne in my will.
Fred and Daphne were fucking, right?
Yes.
And then what?
Possibly
like-
Velma.
Oh, Velma too?
Possibly.
Fred and Velma?
Like both at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I always
Or-
envision in my mind.
I always thought it was Shaggy and Velma.
So Shaggy was into bestiality?
Well, not in my. I always
She's a
thought.
dog. Woof.
Well,
I said
was
Shaggy
implying-
and
I was
Velma.
implying Shaggy was fucking Scooby.
Oh.
Statutory rape.
Raggy.
Her anger in my butt.
He put some peanut butter down there. Let Scooby lick it off.
You don't know what he's done to me.
That sounded like Bane.
Bane Scooby.
Bane Scooby-Doo. Mr. Wayne? Oh, fuck. Alright, that was stupid.
Oh.
Other pros and cons.
Pro, the the final sequence with the Wet Bandits and Macaulay Culkin's Kevin McCallister, where they know he's alone and they're trying to break in, and just the hilarity of the scenes.
It's the best part of the movie.
It is.
That's what you paid to see.
Mm-hmm. You wanted to see them trying, and you saw him have fun defending his house.
I mean, as a kid, this is like a live action Tom and Jerry kind of, where he's just setting traps and they're getting their shit rocked, and it's super entertaining.
I have a pro. Music.
The classic Christmas music.
That and the original music done by none other than the man himself, John Williams.
Yeah. Music was great.
Mm-hmm. I concur.
Very iconic score.
That
when
and
you
you
hear
have...
that theme, you immediately know.
Oh, yeah. Then you have, like, the great Christmas hits, like you got Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, and I think it's the Drifters version of White Christmas, and I'm trying to think of the other ones that they threw in there. What was the choir singing? Singing?
That I don't know.
I don't either. No.
But that was a good music choice overall. I thought it was solid. Really get you in the Christmas mood.
Kind of a con, because rewatching this and being older, like, one character who you really didn't notice is kind of just a total asshole is that Uncle Frank.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, go ahead.
I
Sorry.
was going to say, he is just a money-grubbing dick.
He's a cheapskate.
Yeah.
I had never... I always thought as a kid that Frank was an asshole because he's like, look what you did, you little jerk.
Yeah.
And he's a prick in the beginning. But watching it now, you notice just how cheap the motherfucker is. Like when he gets the pizzas at the beginning and he's like, oh, my brother-in-law will grab that.
Yeah, this isn't my house. My brother-in-law will pay for it.
And then they want him to chip in for pizza later, and wasn't it $12 or something? And he's
Yeah.
like, he BS'd his way out of it. And then they're on the plane.
And he steals the sterling silver.
Yeah, and he's drinking champagne. He's like, this is free, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, fill it up to the top. They were gonna like give him a fourth of a glass. He's like, no, fill it up.
Right. Which would make a lot of sense.
And then when they're like consoling Kevin's mom, like that, because she left Kevin, he's like, well, if it makes you feel any better, I left my reading glasses. It's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, you had said the original ending, which would have made sense with why he acted that way.
He had, in the original script, It was set up that Frank helped those guys. You know, he tipped them off, and he would have gotten something for them robbing the house. So, yeah. But they changed that.
Yeah, that would have made sense if money was tight or whatever.
Mm-hmm. But
he's a gambling degenerate or something. I don't know.
And then also while they're in Paris, France, everybody is kind of worrying about Kevin, or especially Kevin's dad's trying to figure stuff out. He's just walking around. And it looks like he ordered room service and got like shrimp cocktail. And he's just like, shrimp cocktail. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
What a douche.
Mm-hmm.
Frank's an asshole.
Was Summer's Eve. The new sponsor of TJD.
No comment.
I'm not getting paid for that. I'm not advocating that.
Are you paying us?
No.
Did you get a new job you
either.
want to tell us about?
No. Oh.
Plot holes. You want to talk about
Oh
plot
my
holes?
gosh.
Because there's a lot of them in this that I didn't really notice.
A surprising amount. Like it was kind of. It was actually kind of cool to like look at it analytically. Like all three of us,
Right?
We catch shit that other people wouldn't catch.
Which I'm going to say this for myself right now. You can chime in if you feel the same way, but I don't think it takes away from the movie. Really,
No.
It's just It's noticeable.
Yeah.
Just look, like you said, looking at it analytically, you're like, well, that doesn't make sense.
Well, because they set all this stuff up, but then they turn around and don't use it. Like the whole oh, your phones aren't going to work for a couple days. But then, like, the very next day, they're calling the neighbors and leaving messages.
Right.
And that night, his phone is working. And it's
Right.
like, why didn't he just call the cops in the first place?
Which I tried to defend, but then later when he does call the cops and says he's over at the Murphy's house, it's kind of like, well, if your fucking phone worked and you knew they were coming at 9, why didn't you call?
Mm-hmm. Or why didn't they call the house?
Yeah.
His dad could have called the house. He could have kept trying until he got through.
Yeah, true. And then another one, they're over, I don't know if you call it a plot hole, but the message that was being left by Kevin's dad over at the Murphy's
Mhm.
house. And Marv.
That's just a continuity error.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a continuity error.
But if it worked like a regular phone, it
Yes.
would have fucked the whole thing up.
Yes.
But anyways, what happened is Marv is Kevin's dad calls and is leaving a message. So he's currently leaving a message on this phone, and Marv picks it up and he's looking at it and listening to everything he has to say, and then it kind of cuts to Pesci fucking with a kaleidoscope or something. And when it cuts back to Marv, his dad's still talking, leaving the message, but the phone's off the receiver, which would mean that he had picked up the phone, and Kevin's dad would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Who am I talking to?
Right. And then the jig would have been up.
Yeah. But obviously, if like everyone else's phones are working, then why wouldn't he keep calling the house? These people are rich, so obviously they have a fucking answering machine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then he would know his parents are dead or disappeared. They didn't disappear.
The other part that was interesting is when Kevin's mom gets a hold of the local cops, and one of the cops comes over to the house to check, and basically he's like, well, I knocked on the door and he didn't answer, and they just leave.
I didn't even, acknowledge who I was. I just knocked on the door.
Yeah. He just knocks on the door, and Kevin went and hid, right? Because he thought it was...
Yeah, he was sitting there hiding under the bed, and
then the cop came.
Yeah.
So he thought it was them again, the bandits.
So this cop just jumps on the radio, and he's like, oh, I knocked on the door, and, yeah, I never saw the kid. And they just left.
tell him to count their kids again.
Oh, yeah, he did say that.
Yeah.
Fucking cops, man.
Oh.
Fictional movie cops in the 90s.
Uh,
Egregious.
The family dynamic. Like the older brothers and, sisters treating the little brother like shit.
That was believable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always, they're blaming him. Even though they're being dicks, they're still blaming him for everything.
Kevin gets shit on this
Yeah.
entire movie up until the end because everybody feels bad for him. Because they're assholes and left him.
I mean, they're fucking with him because he can't pack his own suitcase. Like, if you're 8, you're going to Paris, I don't know what the fuck to bring.
Yeah.
What's Paris like in winter? Is it cold? You're 8. Like, you have no fucking idea.
No.
How long are we going to be there? How many outfits is that? When are we coming back? What kind of shit are we going to be doing?
You think somebody would help him, like...
But they're all too wrapped up with what they're wanting to do.
Well, it's not even really they didn't help him. It's that all the brothers and sisters are like, oh, you're a fucking idiot. Like,
Yeah.
you can't even pack your own suitcase. And it's like, the fucking kid's 8.
One sister calls her incompetent in French.
Yeah.
So, it's like, wow. Like, I'm like, you know what? I can see this. I probably did it to my sister, or my brother I know did it to me. So,
Your brother was mean to you?
yeah.
It's the meanest thing your brother ever did to you?
I'd rather not say.
You'd rather not say. Really?
Yeah. It's embarrassing and disgusting. Fine. He held me down and farted on my face.
Were you sniffing a VHS cover when
Yes.
when he did it?
Yes. They were never the same after that.
I mean, wow.
Yeah, but it's just shit brothers do, I'm assuming you didn't do it to your brother, but
No, I never did that.
but I'm sure
But
you
I'm
didn't
gonna have
mean
him,
things.
I'm gonna have him listen to this
Siblings fight.
the next time he thinks he has it bad, and then I'm gonna hold him down and fart
Fart
in
in
his
his
face. Not really.
Uh,
Wow, that that. No, I never did anything like that.
Jarring.
Would you? What's the worst thing you've done to your brother?
I'm trying to think. So my brother's terrified of The Grudge because he was really little when it came out, and you know she makes the frog noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds kind of like that. So I locked him in our basement with the lights off, and I made that noise under the door.
You're a dick.
Yeah. And like at the time I thought it was funny, and he was screaming, and you know, the sound of a kid screaming in my basement is what keeps me going, so no reaction whatsoever.
And that's where it started.
That's where it started, yeah.
I shouldn't say. I think I shouldn't say he held me down, but like I'd be laying out. I'm just saying.
He's having a moment here. He was reliving it in his mind. He's like,
saying
no.
he held me down sounds worse. It was more like I'd be laying on the couch and he'd run over and just fart in my face. It's like, you're a dick.
Well, that's not as
Yeah.
bad somehow. I mean, it still sucks.
Yeah, but
That's how you get pink eye.
Yeah.
really,
Yeah. Did you ever see Knocked Up?
yeah, but it's been years. I don't remember that.
Wow, you got it really bad. No, I'm just really hot.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't really do all that much. I don't know. I'd have to ask him. Maybe we'll throw that on the next pod. I don't know. Maybe there's something I just don't remember that traumatized him.
He's like, he cut me.
He's like, one time you watched Watership Down.
And then you beat the hell out of me because you're like, life's not worth living.
The legacy lives on. No, I didn't really do anything.
But no, there are definitely continuity errors in Home Alone.
Like when he hides under the bed, and then there's bags in front of his face.
Yeah.
Sweaty bags.
Well,
Okay.
see, you talked about like the terrible thing you did to your brother about the whole grudge thing. Well, then they're looking out the window. One, who was the kid that was in the bedroom with Buzz? Was that just
one of their other cousins or something like that?
Okay.
Yeah.
As I say, that's the only time you see him.
Probably,
so.
probably one of Frank's kids.
Yeah, probably. But, which, as frugal as Frank is, you wouldn't think he'd have more than one kid, but there are like 11 kids. One of them, her parents live in Paris, so she must have been over visiting or going to school or something, and she just was going to hop back with them. But
Too many goddamn kids.
yeah.
15 total people.
But, and 5, so that means Frank had to have 5. So, that's...
Ugh. That means someone fucked Frank at least 5 times.
Use birth control, kids.
Or just abstain, you know.
Or just get a vasectomy.
That as well. But he tells Kevin this terrible story about their next door neighbor, how he's like a shovel murderer and he salts the bodies and everything. And so I'm like,
My idol.
The salt turns the bodies into mummies.
yes. And it's like, wow, this is stupid.
Only half as stupid as the new Mummy movie is going to be.
Yeah. I was trying to think of a reason for why he's waking up like that,
Mummy Impossible.
but
I want that movie to be good, but it looks like it's gonna suck.
kind of looks like World War Z-ish.
I don't think I'm going to see it. Unless one of you pick it.
I don't know.
I think I'll wait for a red box on that one.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Oh,
That might be one I would wait and see kind of what the reviews are like. If like they're really good, then maybe I go see it then.
Power Rangers is going to happen.
Oh, God.
I'm just going to say it on the episode. It's going to be dog shit, and I'm going to make you watch it.
Well, we were watching it beforehand, and we're just like, what the fuck?
That's going to be fucking trash.
Mm-hmm.
And not the good kind. Not the campy fun kind. It's just going to be bad.
But Jake, $150 million. It's got to be a good
Oh my
movie.
gosh.
That's
I couldn't believe I read that budget.
That's so much money.
Like, I thought it was going to be around 100. I did. Literally think around 100, but 150, I was like, oh my gosh, where's this money being spent?
I don't know.
Oh.
How could a Power Rangers movie get made? but fucking Hellboy 3 is on the back burner indefinitely.
Because actually Power Rangers has had a revival here recently for some reason. It's
They did
had
all
a...
those fucking fan movies that I'm gonna say it. I didn't think they were that great. The one with James Van Der Beek, where they're like, "Oh, it's a dark Power Rangers reimagining," and
Oh
they're saying
yeah.
"fuck" and all that stuff. But like, I wasn't feeling it because that's not what Power Rangers was.
Dude, what's with these like reimaginings like on YouTube, like gaining popularity to get studios to actually greenlight films that would have never ever saw the light
Well,
of
see,
day.
there's one that should have gotten another light of day, and that was, did you see, what was it, Dirty Laundry with the Punisher, Dirty Laundry?
Yeah,
That was
good.
That was good, with Thomas Jane and Ron Perlman, and yeah.
Ron Perlman.
All you had to say was Ron Perlman.
It's great, and I was like, is Thomas Jane coming back to the Punisher? Please tell me this is like an intro to the, they're going to forget about Warzone and do a new Punisher. No. Just some off, to the side project.
Now we just need remake of Home Alone.
You know what? I was thinking about this as we were watching it. If Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern and Macaulay Culkin, for whatever reason, decided to make a current version of Home Alone, where Kevin's like a grown-ass man and they're trying to break into his house and murder him,
As in like an old kid?
I would watch the fuck out of that movie. Absolutely. I'd be all over it. That's all I would need to see is like Home Alone in production to be announced, and then all those people, all three of them, and I'm in.
How about Kevin's parents die and leaves him alone?
Wow, that's a dark. Hey, all studios are going dark now. Look at BVS. The original cut Suicide Squad was supposed to be very dark. Wonder Woman, I can tell you right now, is going to be dark.
If they make that movie and that happens, I want my cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get at us, Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah. Let's make this happen.
Oh, and what was the last thing Macaulay Culkin did that you remember?
Pizza Underground.
Well, yeah, he was in that band, and before that, movie-wise, that Saved
Saved,
movie.
yeah. That's the last
Oh
time I saw
yeah,
him.
wasn't he like
He's in a wheelchair. In
wheelchair? Yeah.
Mandy Moore. Is that
Yep,
him?
Mandy Moore.
Yeah.
Was the last thing you saw Mandy Moore in?
She was entangled. I know that.
Was she really?
She was the voice of the Rapunzel.
Holy shit.
I
The
could.
thing with the hair.
Yeah, the girl with the hair.
She's getting more work than Shaggy.
That's true. Shout out to Shaggy because he needs it.
She was also in How I Met Your Mother for an episode.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I don't watch that.
Well, it's off the air now, so.
Well, I never watched it.
Oh, okay.
We got any more pros cons?
I don't know. Where do we go from here? What do we hate? What do we love?
Oh, pro. The fake movie they put in this film.
Oh yeah.
Angels with Filthy Souls.
I actually literally thought that was a real movie until you told me it was fake. I had no clue.
I want that movie to be real.
I'd watch it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You know it would be bad, but
It'd be great. It'd be bad, but the best kind of bad.
yes.
And then you get, in the second one, you get the sequel, Angels with Filthier Souls.
Is that really?
Yes, that's
Oh.
what they call it.
Gosh, it's been years since I've seen 2.
Did anyone see any of them after too?
I saw 3.
Did they bring that movie back?
I saw
No.
pieces of 3, but I don't
They
remember.
didn't.
No.
Good. Was 3 worth a fuck?
Dude,
No.
Scarlett Johansson.
Like 13-year-old Scarlett Johansson. Like you couldn't even tell it was Scarlett Johansson.
Before Derek Jeter got to her.
Oh my god.
I hope so.
Derek Jeter somehow raped a 13-year-old Scarlett
He's
Johansson.
actually the villain in that in the Home Alone
Oh
movie.
my god.
I don't. And there was a 4th one, wasn't there?
Yeah, with the French Stewart one.
Yeah, 4th one had French Stewart in it. 3rd one actually had somebody I recognized. I don't know, one of the bad guys I recognized in the 3rd one.
Home
but-
Alone 3?
Yeah. But no, the 3rd one's a piece of crap. It is.
Why did you watch it?
It was on TV. It
It was a
literally,
movie.
Yeah.
it was literally just on like Stars or something, and I was like, okay, I'll watch
Fuck
this.
my life.
Yeah, it's like I hate myself, so why not?
Oh boy.
Trying to remember.
I don't think anybody that was worth a shit was in that movie other than Scarlett.
Well, there's this Oleg Kupra guy, and his... Gosh, I recognize him, but I'm trying to remember from what.
Oh, he's been in some shit.
Yeah.
Burn After Reading and Salt. But
Yeah, he was in X-Men First Class. But yeah, okay. Yeah, nobody really who matters is in it. But yeah, and then Home Alone 4, I didn't see that one. I stayed away from that.
wise choice.
Thank you. I'm glad I did something right.
Yeah.
The kid who was in Home Alone 3 really didn't go on to do anything. He was Arnold for 2 episodes in Hey Arnold.
Alright, nobody cares about any of this.
Nope.
Here's a question for you. Put yourself in either Marv or Harry's shoes. Could you have killed this kid?
I know they wanted to.
Let's go there.
Am I a degenerate? Am I a degenerate like they are?
Yeah, you're them.
Well, see, their thing is like they don't carry around a gun.
Do I have
So they would have
pliers?
to do it with their bare hands.
Or beat him with that crowbar.
Yeah, that's true.
If I kill him, am I going to get away with it? Number one, and number
You go on. You're
Do I have-
extrapolating out way too far.
do I have priors?
Do you think they had priors?
I don't think they did.
priors.
I think they'd gotten away with everything
You
up
think
to that
there's some
point.
just kind of like low key like
Yeah.
burglars?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I personally wouldn't have fucking killed the kid because once he was out of the house, I would have just. Burglars, they want to get in and get out. Get the shit, get the fuck out of there.
Right.
I mean, no matter what the kid did to him, like, are you really gonna entangle yourself and put yourself in jeopardy to get caught by the cops because this kid's fucking with you? Or do you just want to take the shit that you came for and leave?
I don't know. I'd be blinded by rage if you hit me in the face with paint cans.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna be mad, but
set me on fire and.
jewels and cash and gold.
Once I get my head lit on fire, I think that's the point where I might just snap.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
His fucking neck.
It wouldn't be getting shot in the nuts with a BB gun.
Yeah.
Good little fella, open the door.
Oh.
It's Santa Claus and his elf.
Which of the things that happened to them would be the worst, do you think?
Getting hit in the head with an iron or a paint can wouldn't be great.
No.
Getting shot in the nuts with a BB gun would not be great.
Stepping on a glass ornaments.
Yeah, that wouldn't be
Bare
great
feet.
either.
Oh.
Stepping through the nail, also not good.
Yeah, I feel like the paint can would be probably the worst.
I don't know. That fire to the head. And my stunt double having to dive into the snow.
Yeah.
my
noticeably thinner and taller stunt double.
Yep. Oh. And some of this is like their own stupidity. Like, you have to think these two guys are idiots.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, Joe Pesci keeps trying to climb those stairs. It's like, just walk around
Just
them.
walk around. He could have literally done that.
Like, you fall down the first time, be like, okay, he got me. Walk around.
Yeah.
And really, what was the chicken feather supposed to do? That really did nothing to stop them.
No. I think that was just more for comedic effect than anything else.
Just let him put that great line in there.
Yeah.
Why the hell you dress like a chicken?
Did you guys ever see the movie Spy Hard with Leslie Nielsen?
No.
They have a parody of Home Alone in it, where the kid is trying. He kind of looks like Macaulay Culkin, and the whole thing is like the two agents show up to take back this doctor that he's hiding, and
Doctor?
Doctor.
Oh god. Kill me.
But the whole like he messes up, and so then they start dragging him down the stairs. They're like, "This is for my girl. This is for my girl too." And he's like, "I wasn't in my girl too." They're like, "We don't care." And then they throw him off the stairs.
They made a My Girl too?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, I think everybody was back for it. Well,
except for the one that can't come back.
Yeah, unless it's Pet Cemetery.
I would watch that movie.
Sometimes
I would watch a My Girl Pet Cemetery crossover.
I never really saw My Girl.
But you saw New York Minute.
You're gonna keep throwing that in my face, aren't you?
Yeah, because it's hilarious.
We have Home on the Range on your freaking Plex.
It's for my niece. I got all the Disney movies for her.
Uh-huh.
It's for him.
I know. That terrible Disney film, Home on the Range. What, isn't Roseanne Barr like the main cow in that?
Oh, she's a
I don't even know. I never watched it, Ty.
Uh-huh. Sure.
And you know?
I'm asking. I don't know.
Well, you seem to be
I won't
pretty
lie,
sure.
I think I've seen it. Got the collector's edition on Blu-ray.
Yeah. The Criterion version.
Yeah. I masturbate to it.
To-
To animated cows. Alrighty. I meant it jokingly, but it came out super...
I mean,
Serious.
usually when you say something jokingly, like you have a sarcastic tone,
No.
you said that so straight-laced.
I meant to put inflection in there to let people know that I was joking.
No, you're like, I masturbate to cows.
Yeah, it just came out totally straight. No, that... No, everybody knows I'm jerking it to Watership Down. Rabbits are doing it for me.
Yeah, nothing gets me hard like dead rabbits. We always find a way to take it there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Every week. You're on fire, Jake.
Whack into Wascally Wabbits.
Did Elmer Fudd do you think Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny had a relationship?
What do you mean?
Well, like,
When?
Bugs always keeps kissing him. Elmer always keeps, like, Bugs will sneak into his house and take a shower, and
I don't know.
then
Pepe,
Elmer would be like, oh, like, because Bugs would scream when he looks in the shower, and he's like, oh, he'd start blushing.
Pepe Le Pew is a straight up fucking racist. He's
Yeah.
fucking the shit out of that cat. And that cat wants none of it.
No.
Is that why they don't show those old cartoons anymore?
They not showing them?
That and racial undertones.
Fucking smoking.
Yeah. There's a lot
Drinking,
of that.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Racism.
Yeah, there are a couple bad Bugs Bunny cartoons. Yeah.
Where he approaches Mickey Rooney levels of Asian stereotype.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he's also done blackface, too.
Yep.
Yeah. Great times.
I don't know where that came from. Where did that come from, Ty?
We were talking about those Disney cartoons, and
You
then
want to know if Elmer and Bugs had a
Well,
relationship?
he said Wascally Wabbits, whack it to Wascally Wabbits, and so I kind of thought of Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny.
I think that's the name of your autobiography.
Wascally Wabbits?
Whacking it to Wascally Wabbits.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
When Bugs Bunny dressed as a girl,
Yes.
did you ever find him attractive?
I mean, no. Wayne's World.
Yep. They got it. I hope they got it.
Oh, I totally got it.
That was an improvised line.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That's why the laugh was so like...
That's why it was so real, is because Mike Myers did not see it
Mike
coming.
Myers was like, what the fuck?
Dana Carvey, man.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, me neither. You didn't tell him about my pubes, did you?
A gun rack? I don't even own a gun, let alone enough to necessitate an entire rack. Oh, boy. So
All right,
what else
Home
do we have
Alone.
about Home Alone? We haven't talked a lot about child murder. I tried to get it going.
Yeah.
It shot me down. We started talking about racist Looney Tunes.
Oh.
Okay, would you put Kevin in your well?
Absolutely. Kevin is the standard I hold for the kids that go in my well. I want a kid like that thinks he can pull a fast one on me. So I can be the guy to be like, no, you think you're smart, but you're not.
In real life, do you think Kevin would have died?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Do you know any 8-year-old that is actually smart enough to go and get all that shit and rig a house up?
Yeah, in an hour.
Okay, not only smart enough to set these traps, but do you know anyone actually stupid enough to fall into any of that shit?
I could see somebody falling, but like the ice. I could see that happening.
I
Like
can see
when
that. I can see the doorknob.
You could see somebody grabbing a bright red fucking doorknob?
Well, you know, I was looking at a doorknob.
yeah, he was looking through the window. Like he was distracted because he was trying to look through and he grabbed it. So
There are certain things
Okay.
I could see,
Okay.
but
Ornaments?
he just didn't look down. I mean, most people wouldn't have lost their shoe.
do you look down when you climb in through a window?
Yeah.
You do?
Well, how do you know
Just
what you-
because of that movie, though?
No. How do you know what you're putting your feet on?
It's usually the floor.
Usually.
Yeah, usually. Okay, let me put it this way. Anytime you walk into a house, do you look down?
I don't know. I kind of look down. I don't know why.
Okay, well,
As
it's
a
not
kid-
you robbing this house.
As a kid, I stepped in a bear trap. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. I look at the ground when I walk.
I think bottom line, I think some things are believable, others are a little outlandish.
Like sticking his head through the dog door. It's like, why?
For fun.
It's like, oh yeah, I can't fit in here, but I'm gonna stick my head through here, knowing Marv just got shot.
I got another fear thing of mine. I would never have a door with a dog door. You don't know what the fuck's coming in there. You
Raccoon.
come down in the middle of the night and fucking raccoons down there. And those motherfuckers have rabies.
Not all of them, but
A lot of them.
yeah.
You're more likely to get rabies from a raccoon than a dog.
Yeah.
Fun facts for you. I don't know why I said that. It's so weird. That's what my National Geographic told me.
Because we were rallying
My
against.
zoo books.
Because we were rallying against dogs. Which, by the way, did we see a dog in this film?
I don't know.
No.
Did you need to see a dog?
Well, he had the dog door. Where the fuck is the dog? Did they board the dog?
Oh shit. Yeah, that makes sense. Why did they have a dog door?
For the comedic effect of him shooting Joe Pesci's nuts in Daniel Stern's face?
Maybe they had like this long, intricate story about they had a dog and it died. And
Because
that's
of
why they wanted
Kevin.
to go- yeah, Kevin killed it. That's why everybody hates Kevin. They're like, Kevin, you're such a piece of shit. You killed our dog.
You're such a disease. Look what you did, you little jerk.
See, that was the original cut of the film. Is he accidentally kills the dog? Like he drops like an iron on it, so
Yeah.
Puts micro machines on the floor.
dog chokes.
Yeah.
Oh.
He thinks he has a BB gun, but
Me-
he blasts it with a 12 gauge.
And then he hits the wall himself. No, the other unbelievable thing is like I know like the whole thing is like there's a storm at night, so the power goes out, so there's no alarm. They wake up late. Kevin's sleeping upstairs. There are 14 people in this house, minus Kevin, running around, screaming, yelling, and Kevin doesn't hear it.
That or how didn't any adult wake up at a
Yeah.
reasonable time of
I mean,
the
everyone has an internal clock. You may not wake up exactly, like, if I want to wake up at 7, I'm not going to wake up exactly at 7, but I'll either wake up at, like, 6:50 or wake up at 7:15. Like, I'm not waking up, like, 2 hours late.
Okay, well, the better question is what time did they have to make the flight?
Yeah, well, they said, like, they need picked up at 8. They were getting picked up at 8. So their flight's probably at, like, 10.
So you're meaning to tell me that all the adults slept in past 8 o'clock?
Well, it was exactly 8 because that's why the vans were there.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
yeah.
calling bullshit on that one.
Yeah, because I think they wanted to be leaving by 8. That gives you, and you need to be at the airport like an hour and a half early, so to make sure you get all checked in and everything. So George Bush doesn't get his wish. So
Allegedly.
He did it. Allegedly.
Kitty history.
But yeah, I mean, by the time they get leaving, they're like, we have 45 minutes, which means it's probably about 9:15. And you're telling me Kevin is still asleep at 9:15.
I don't know. You were never a kid and you
What?
stayed up late and slept? Plus, he's in the attic.
He goes to bed early. Like, they send him to bed at like 8 o'clock.
How do you know it was early? They never said what time it was. They'd ordered pizza. Some places delivered late. I'm going to defend this movie.
I'm just saying, he went to bed before everyone else. He's probably waking up before everyone else. Because little kids, yes, they need a lot of sleep, but do they sleep a lot? Not really.
I don't know. It's a movie. Yeah.
And you have a Little Caesars ripoff in this.
Mm-hmm.
Little Nero's.
I made my family disappear.
Did you guys ever get left alone at home? Like, when was the first time you guys got left alone?
Well, I spent my life alone.
Wow.
I have a story kind of similar to Kevin's. My parents left me alone on Christmas Eve at my church.
That's fun.
Yeah, they
So-
totally forgot me.
So what'd you do?
Well, I was 8 years old, and I just got done singing for the church service in my choir, and I come out and I'm like looking for my parents, and they're not there. And I know my uncle, and I think it was my uncle and my dad had left early to go like prepare dinner. And so my mom and my aunt and like my sister or something like that were still there. They left, and I called home because I was like, where the fuck? Like, it was probably about half an hour, and I couldn't find my mom. I'm like, this is totally fucked up. And my uncle answers, and I'm like, hey, is my mom there or something like that? He's like, no, I haven't seen her. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe they're on their way home or something. I think they might have forgotten me. My mom gets home, my uncle goes, so how'd the service go? She goes, yeah, it was great. And he goes, did you forget anything? And my mom goes, no, I don't think so. And he goes, what about your son? She goes, oh, shit. So I like to hold that over every
I was
Christmas.
going to say that you got a really good Christmas.
No, not really. It was pretty average.
I would say I did get forgotten about once, but I wasn't home. Kind of like Drew. I was in 4th or 5th grade, and we were having flag football practice. Practice got done. Everybody got picked up, but I was still sitting there. Well, luckily my coach lived right across the street. I was at the elementary school. My coach lived right across the street. His son was in my grade, so it's not a big deal. But I'm like, no, my mom will be here. What happened is our phone line had gone out, so we didn't have a phone. They were repairing our phone. Storm started moving in, so it was starting to lightning, little drizzle. That's when I decided I'm going to go over and make a phone call. And at home, my mom is just making supper. My sister's asking where I am. My sister's younger than me. And she's like, oh, he's in his room. And they're like, so my sister goes and looks in my room and comes back out, says, he's not in his room. And she's like, well, check the computer room. And my sister goes up, not there. And all of a sudden, my mom goes, shit. And I tried calling, but the phone's dead. I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm doing. So she finally came and picked me up. But, yeah. She felt bad. But, I don't know. I didn't get anything special. Just an apology.
Yeah, I don't think I was ever really left anywhere. But I do have a story of a time that I pissed them off, and they thought that I had disappeared. Oh, it's pretty good.
Oh.
So when I was a little kid, my dad had a truck, and for whatever reason, when you're a kid, you get stupid fucking ideas to just try random bullshit. So I thought, you know what would be really funny is if I went and hid and they couldn't find me. So originally I went in the backyard and we had one of those big fucking turtle sandboxes. And I just put the lid over me and laid under it for like probably 2 hours.
What, you fall asleep?
No, I just laid there. And
Okay, you psycho.
I laid there waiting. So anyway, I think Mom walked out and just kicked it off and was like, "You're fucking stupid. Don't do that anymore." So like a week later, my dad had this truck, and they were both home and not really paying attention. I was in the backyard, so I jumped over the fence, and I crawled in my dad's truck, and I laid on the floor on the passenger side, and I fell asleep. So like 6 hours go by, and like apparently they lost their fucking mind. Like they were gonna call the cops, report me missing, like all this shit because they're running around the neighborhood like, have you seen Jake? Like, do you have any idea where he went? And everyone's like, no, I haven't seen him. Like we played Sega yesterday, but he hasn't been around. And yeah, eventually my dad opens the door to get something, I think, and he's just like, motherfucker. And I wake up and I'm like, surprise? Like, they're like, I just remember getting my ass fucking chewed for that. And they're like, what were you doing? And I'm like, I was going to play hide and seek. I was going to surprise you, you know, because you're a kid and kind of an idiot. So yeah, hide and seek. Don't go hide and then fall asleep because people will think that you've been abducted and murdered.
That you've died.
And then you have to hear your mom talk about, well, Kyle Walsh got abducted, and you know what happened to him.
No,
you don't know what happened to Kyle Walsh?
No.
That's why John Walsh did America's Most Wanted.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. They kidnapped him and sawed his fucking head off and left it in a warehouse. Yeah.
Damn. Wow.
No.
Listener can't see that.
No, listener. Thankfully. No. No, it's terrible.
Yes.
And they thought it was not Ed Gein. One of those though. One of the big. Maybe it was Dahmer. For a while, they thought that Dahmer had done it, but that doesn't really fit his MO. Dahmer didn't really do that.
Dahmer was fucked up, but he had some class?
I don't think he fucked with kids. Like Gacy fucked with kids, but I don't think Gacy would. Well, no, Gacy was. I could see him sawing a kid's head off. We're not.
Yep, this is exactly where I thought this pod was going to go.
It only took a while, but we got there.
Wow.
Hey, I thought it was a good question when anybody ever got left alone. So, but
yeah, no, I was alone a lot. Can you tell?
Yes.
Love me.
Love me, love me.
No.
I'd love me.
I'd love me hard. Oh, fat kitty.
Just what?
There's a large cat in our presence.
I know, but
It wasn't as random as it seemed. To them, yeah. Oh, God.
All right. Do we want to do our scene?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have one yet. Give me a moment. I hadn't thought of it.
You don't have one off the top of your head? No.
Oh,
You got one?
Oh, yeah.
okay. Go, Drew.
I'd probably say the scene where they're, where him and Buzz and his cousin are out looking at Old Man Marley, where Buzz is making up all that shit about Old Man Marley and about how he takes people and puts the bodies in his salt bin and then salts a sidewalk with the dead remains, and then the salt turns the bodies into mummies, and Kevin's sitting there going, mummies. I don't know, just the absurdity of it all, and just the way that Kevin reacted like he was so terrified, and just the way he's terrified of Marley the whole film.
The very first time Kevin goes into the basement, I picked that scene because it reminds me of when I was younger. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the basement I had growing up, an unfinished basement, cement floors, a wood burning stove down there that made a shit ton of noise, washer and dryer down in the basement, all that shit just laying around, like you can get lost. It's kind of like a maze down there, and it's just something I related to. I was like, man, this looks like my basement. So I appreciate that. So I was like, man, the set for this now, like thinking back now, I'm like, man, the set for that is great. because they made it look like a live-in home.
It might seem kind of weird, but I think right after Kevin says, "I made my family disappear," and he starts just doing all this crazy shit that like a kid would do, like you got to put yourself in like that mindset again of like nobody's in the house, you can do whatever you want. So he's eating popcorn and jumping on the bed, and then he's made like this huge fucking sundae, and he's watching like these trash movies that his parents would never let him watch. And I just always thought that part was really cool because it's the dumb shit I would have done. I would have been watching the movies that I wasn't allowed to watch and eating all the garbage that I normally couldn't. And
Well, that's cool though. Like how, like as a kid, how often did you have that much time alone in the house
Like,
by yourself?
never. It was pretty much unheard of. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Mm.
All right, we gonna jump into ratings.
Well, just a little background on this film. Rotten Tomatoes has this at a 55%,
Okay.
but user is a lot higher. User is 79. The film was budgeted at 18 million and made 476.7.
Goddamn.
Better
Yeah.
than Power Rangers.
Yeah. Better than Fantastic Four too.
And it's still listed as the, I think as of right now, it still is the highest grossing domestic live action comedy at 285.7 million.
Wow. Crazy.
Yeah. It's nuts. Metacritic also, like, this is like a 65 on Metacritic. It's over a 7 on IMDb, but I accidentally closed out that page, so I'm not going to take the time to
Okay. All right.
re-look it up.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. Hug it, check it.
Football. So to jump into ratings, I think overall I'd probably give it a 7. I think Pesci and Daniel Stern are great. I kind of wonder what it would have been like if it was anybody else in those roles.
I am really surprised they got Pesci to do that.
Yeah, it seemed really outside of his wheelhouse, but he had kids. Like, isn't he busy being a grandpa right now? That's why he's not really in a lot.
I don't know. Do you think that that's the reason he could kind of justify the role?
Yeah, that's what Bob Hoskins did, right? I could
Yeah.
see him
Yeah.
saying that. If not, maybe someone said, "Hey, this is going to make a fuck ton of money." And
Well, no, remember him and Daniel Stern didn't think it was going to do well.
but that doesn't mean a producer wouldn't have been like, "Hey, it's going to be successful,"
Yeah.
just to get him to sign on. But either way, this movie's a staple of my childhood. I love it. I hold it dear to my heart. I always thought it was like the coolest movie. Like I was telling you guys, I would fast forward to the part where he starts rigging the house because I thought it was so entertaining that them getting what they deserved for being the bad guys, quote unquote. Yeah, it's live action Tom and Jerry. Like, I don't know, it's great to me. The acting isn't super stellar, but he's a kid. I give him a pass. We didn't really talk about
John Candy?
John Candy.
Yeah, we didn't talk about John Candy at all.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about John Candy much, but that dude, like, in terms of like acting, like whatever role he was, he just kind of like he played it great. Like I don't know how to.
He shot it in one day.
He isn't over the top. Like he's just super relatable. Like he feels real in most of the movies that I've ever seen him in. Uncle Buck, he's like the most lovable fucking guy you'd ever see.
Mm-hmm.
But he was a good pick to be in this, and I enjoyed seeing him. But yeah, I'd say overall a 7. I think it's an entertaining film. It's got flaws, but it's fun.
I guess I'll go. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way with Jake. Like, I can't tell you how many times I watched this movie, and going back to it like year after year. There have been years where I've taken it off and not watched it, but I've watched it pretty recently over the past couple of years. And you go back and you you want to see it through your colorful rose tinted glasses, and it does lose some of its luster over the years, but I still think the true heart of the film's there, and I love Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci. I really think they make this movie shine. Not to mention Macaulay Culkin does. He adds his own little personal flavor to this movie, and it's so quotable. Like me and Jake would quote this movie back and forth to each other all the fucking time.
It was like every day.
Every day we'd quote a new line or something like that. And it's actually our cover photo for our Facebook page is a nice large cheese pizza just for me. But I love this movie. It still makes me laugh. And I watch it again and again and again with my kids if I had them. And I'd give it a 7.8. I really like it.
Yeah, I remember being young and watching this, and I'd laughed. I was like, oh, I could do this, but obviously I didn't have as big a house that Kevin has. But all those micro machines, I'm like, oh, I could do that. And the BB gun, my brother had one. And, it was like, there were similarities I saw. And not that I myself am Kevin McCallister, but I think this is based on me. No, I'm kidding. I was like,
oh, okay.
I was like 3 when this film came out.
Tyrell McCallister.
I was 1.
Jeez.
Oh my god. Fucking babies over here.
But no, it's the older you get, the more plot holes you realize there are. But it doesn't really take away from the film. It actually kind of adds to it because you're like, wow, I can't believe they got away with this. Like, people didn't think through this and point this out sooner. And it's still just a Christmas classic, though. It's an enjoyable, family fun film. And I enjoy watching it. I usually watch it when it's on, so I give it a solid 7.5.
Do you like 2 better?
I've watched 1 more recently than I've watched 2 all the way through. So I couldn't really give you biased. I would say 1 is better because I've seen it more recently. But I need to go back and watch 2 again.
I think 2 is better.
Really?
I think it's funnier. It's darker.
It is darker. I will say the fight at the end is better.
Oh yeah, that great tool chest. That was the sound of a tool chest falling
Yeah.
down the stairs. They break their noses
Yeah.
back. And Marv falling down the giant fucking hole, and he stands up and cracks his back and goes, "Wow, what a hole!" And he's sliding into the wall, and all that paint falls on him, and then he electrocutes himself, and they got the shitty, like, they cut it, and he turns into a fucking skeleton.
Yeah,
and
I
he's
forgot
still
about that
screaming.
shit. Yeah.
Like, I felt like 2 had, like, funnier shit in
Yeah.
it, but...
I agree. 2, I think, makes me laugh more.
Maybe that is better. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again.
Plus the part at the end that I absolutely love where they get arrested and Pesci smacks Marv and a fucking dove flies out of his coat, and it seemed like it genuinely scared the shit out of Daniel Stern when it happened. And I love that part. But I think they're both good. Anything after 2, I haven't seen them, but I've heard don't waste your time. It's just, I don't know if you can make a movie like that and have it be successful today. I don't know if kids would still be entertained by the same shit that we found entertaining. Like, do kids give a fuck about Tom and Jerry type of stuff anymore?
Well, they did re-release some. They reimagined Tom and Jerry.
Right, but is it still popular? You know what I mean?
See, I don't know, because, like, just take, for example, like, E.T., for example. Like, that was huge. Like, growing up in our childhood, I can't remember the year that came out. Was it, like, late 80s?
What?
E.T.
It was, yeah, I think so.
And I was kind of mesmerized by the movie when it came out. I tried to show it to... I was a summer camp counselor at the YMCA. We tried to show that movie to a bunch of kids. They fucking hated it.
They didn't give a shit.
No, it was boring.
Yeah.
To them.
Well,
I don't know.
kids change.
Yeah, it's a generational thing, man.
Well, I'm glad I got this. This and the Page Master was my jam.
Yeah.
You really loved Macaulay Culkin, didn't you?
Dude, the Page Master's fucking
Well,
legit.
Page Master is legit, but I'm just saying. Uncle Buck, Home Alone 2,
Well,
Page Master.
Macaulay Culkin's not the highlight of Uncle Buck, really. Like, he's good, but John Candy he steals that movie. Like, he makes that movie what it is, to me.
So, finishing up our Christmas theme, Drew, what is your pick? Do you know?
My Christmas movie is not a traditional Christmas movie. It does have Christmas in it, but it's not the focal point of the film. It might be a movie you've heard of, starring Robin Williams, Dustin Hoffman, Bob Hoskins,
Glenn
Julia
Close.
Roberts.
Jumanji?
No.
Oh.
It's a movie called Hook. It's basically live action Peter Pan during Christmas time.
I've never seen it,
Dude,
but I've heard it's amazing.
It's fucking legit.
Yeah, that's right. You've never seen Hook, and that's the one Eric said he would come back on for.
Yeah. So we're gonna have Eric back for Hook.
Woo!
But yeah, Glenn Close is in that.
Who's Glenn Close?
She is literally, you can't tell it's her because she is one of the pirates that he throws overboard.
That's right. Yeah.
So
You'll see her. We'll point her
Yep.
out to you.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a stablehood of the childhood, just like Home Alone. So I still think it holds up. It's been a little while since I've watched it, but it's good.
It is. It's really good. I really enjoyed that film when I was younger. So
Are you feeding that cat lasagna?
He hates Mondays.
That makes a lot of sense. I don't know why I thought that was funny. It's a fat cat.
all right, I think that's gonna do it for this week.
So, before we end it, guess how many downloads we're at for December already?
315.
No, that would be crazy.
Oh,
Did you say like 200, 100 something?
200's close. We're at 210. And we're, 7 days into December right now?
That's fucking legit, man.
I don't know what's going on.
It's the listeners, man. It's the
Yeah.
listeners.
Well, yeah. If that's what's up, thanks.
Keep it going, man.
We appreciate it. We
mm-hmm.
thought we'd just acknowledge, holy shit, there's an uptick right now.
Yep.
Also, I just said what day it is, so now they'll know how far behind we actually are editing this. They'd be like, oh my god, it's February. Yeah, I'm not going to let it get to that point.
No, that'd be awful. We probably had stopped by then, and you're just like, screw it, I'm just gonna get this up.
But yeah, thanks for the support.
Yeah, it is appreciated.
It was a little surprising to jump in and be like, that number can't be right. And I actually was asking friends, like, did you tell a bunch of people about this? And they're like, no, not really. Huh, all right, well, they must have found it.
Yeah.
Random people or recommendations from people that we don't necessarily know.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, keep them coming. Like, keep recommending it because this shit is actually helping. So,
yeah,
we'll keep making it as long as you guys keep listening.
Like we've said, we're not making a dime.
No,
We just do it for fun. So, if you enjoy it,
that's good.
send it to
We
someone that might
we know
enjoy
they're
it.
not all A material, but
Hey, they're all A material. That Mystery Men, though,
it's awful.
we're sorry about that first episode.
Just skip that. I'm sorry about Riccio too, but
Hey, Riccio was I thought it was fun.
Every pod has their hurdles before finding its format.
True, true. We got there.
hopefully.
Do you know what our most downloaded episode is? Most downloaded, not most viewed.
Is it Riccio?
No. It's a movie that genuinely surprised me. I'm like, I don't know.
Little Giants?
Rules of Attraction.
That is odd. Why
It is
that
odd.
one?
I don't know. I think that's just one of those movies that I think I don't know, maybe people were drawn to the fact that they'd either never heard of it Or if you're like Eric, like remember Eric's reaction when he's like, "Oh, you guys watched that?" Like maybe it's one of those. I wonder what these crazy fucks would say about that.
Or because of your Angel Rodriguez.
Dude, that's a good pod.
You mean when I had a terrible laugh?
Yep.
That's a funny ass pod.
The
right
real laugh?
But yeah, that is awesome. But
Yeah. Moving on up.
yep. Well, again, like we said, Facebook, Twitter, comment on our YouTube videos. We'll gladly respond. I've responded to quite a few people before, so when people
I can almost say that there's 100% chance if you leave a comment, we will get back to you.
and you can even direct it to one of us. We will. That person directly will get back to you.
Yeah.
So, but all right. So next week is what again?
Hook.
Hook. That's right.
It is for
Sorry,
sure going
I
to be
forgot.
Hook.
I blanked. All right. Well, for all of us at TJD, I'm Ty.
Jake.
And I'm Drew.